Ha 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 ha. Hi. Now. Hello, hello, hello. Wow. So, how's life? How are the kids? What's going on? Howdy. Howdy yourself. Hi. And suddenly, got all quiet. Nope. Nope. That's better. Right. That part of the stream is not monetized anymore. It was like 2 seconds. It's gonna be fine. It is gonna be fine. Wait. I think I'm lucky. I think I got it muted. Ha! I'm the best. You can't deny that I'm just so good in life and everything I do. I cannot reach my unmute button on OBS because my taskbar is in the way and I can't shrink OBS further down. Help. 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 There it is. There it is. Cool. Wonderful. And now it works. You stupid program. Interesting. So. It is me. It is I. It is me. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. To this wonderful little thing we call stuff. Hey, you improved from the last time music that would get you demonetized was on. Yeah, I'm good, right? I'm so great. I've learned to keep Spotify on mute, and then I forgot to unmute it. And now we here. That's such a great life story. I think I put that in my CCV next time I'm applying for a job. I'm sure someone will care. I'm sure. Oh, definitely. So, what are we gonna do today? I have no idea. Well, I have an idea, but I don't know what exactly is going on. I'm not, you know. I could have prepared. I should have prepared, but I didn't. Here we are. Here we are now. I'm struggling, and you guys will struggle with me. Isn't that great? I love struggling, especially in life. That's fun. I have fun. This week is terrible, guys. Well, actually, it's not so terrible. Starting with the good news, I finally broke out of Overwatch Gold Club. I am now officially an Overwatch Platinum tank. So bow before me. Bow to your new king. I'm still shit. Hey, it just took me like 10 years to go from gold to platinum. That's good. If I keep going like this, in like another 10 years, I'm a diamond. Yay! And I can finally call myself a decent player. Isn't that great? Yeah. I'm still happy. I'm still happy. For the amount of Overwatch I play in the last few months, wasn't a lot. I'm quite happy and satisfied that I'm better than everyone else. At least like 40% of the people. I think that's the percentage that you have in platinum. Oh, yeah. Now do it again. No. 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 Oh, to be fair, it was like it was about to be like when you play quick play in Overwatch, Usually paired with like people that are the same skill level as you, and most of the time they were platinum tanks as well, so it was kind of like, you know, but I never really did my tank placements for a long time, because playing tank alone in a game of Overwatch is basically like smashing your head repeatedly against the wall while being yelled at from the backline that you're a peasant. A peasanta. Pasanta. Something like that. That is how it feels to play Overwatch alone as a tank. So I refrained from doing that for a long while, but apparently that's my best role. So maybe I should do that more often. Or not. Maybe I should keep my mental sanity. That would also be a case. That would probably also be good. Yes. So, that was the good news for this week. That was the only good news this week. Other than that, you know, I knew this week would be like much, because we had like at work, at like my real life job, other than being a hot, cute, and very much lovable VTuber. At my normal job, one of my coworkers is on holiday. One is like long-term sick. And then this week, one called in sick. And now we're like a bit understaffed. And I am a bit overworked. And that will continue for the rest of the week. Yay. Yay. So yeah, that pisses me off. That's annoying. But it is what it is. Gotta survive this week, and then maybe we'll survive another day. Maybe. Why not? Maybe a giant meteor hits. And maybe a flashing light burns my eyes out. Maybe. Who knows? What do you want to do? That's life. I also have a very funny idea for you. The overlog. When the next rank resets happens, you must make it to gold, but if you lose with a hero, you cannot play the hero anymore. I saw like the overlog thing at some point in my recommendations as well. Basically playing like a hero for as long as you can until you lose with the hero. The thing is, it's probably, you know, probably won't take that long for me to lose on a hero, to be fair, because there's like only a couple heroes I'm decent at. I'm gonna say like 3 in every role is probably like the max I have. And then I'm shit on the rest. So I just have to hope that the other people were shit as well. Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun idea. It is a fun idea, but I don't know. I have to be like a full-time Overwatch creator for this to make sense. I feel like, oh, is I rather do it casual, all chill and stuff, you know, like no stress. It's all cool, I guess, if you want. But yeah, good idea. Generally, really like the idea. So yeah, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna use my brain, which is a tough ask, to be fair, because that thing is not really used for using. It's just for display, no using, just looking, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna try. If I eventually, you know, blow up, you know, it was used too much. So yeah. We're gonna use my brain today to make my gaming bucket list. So basically all the games I at least want to play or should play until the end of times. I don't know how long that actually will be. I believe it's gonna be a lot. They're probably gonna be... there's probably gonna be a lot of games I sadly and pathetically didn't play too many big genre of games. For like 10 years, I'm stuck with Overwatch and like Binding of Isaac. And I don't even know, like Baldur's Gate is like a thing that was like prevalent for a long time and still is. Then there was like gacha games like Honkai Star Rail and like Uma Musume that took away the time. And there was like grinding the Weep seasons, which is also really taking a lot of time over and over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah. Yeah. Where is the time? And what have I done? The days keep getting shorter, and I'm still on the run. I don't even know from who this was. It's a song, but I'm not entirely sure which band it is from. But yeah. Yeah. I would like to ask everyone here to not judge me for the games I haven't played so far. Because I asked. I might judge you for games you haven't played so far, but I got a pass on everything because I'm me and I deserve it. Right? Sounds fair. Sounds fair. Right. So we're gonna do this like a bit of like I'm gonna pull it out of my ass, to be fair. I mean, we can look for my Steam library a little bit, because a lot of the games I probably want to play, I probably paid them in some sort of way at like some summer sale or something. And then they were rotting there, and rotting, and rotting, 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 and now they're seized. I mean, I've never played any God of War or Call of Duty, so yeah. No, not the same. I played the first God of War, actually. I actually played the first God of War. And I think I finished it. But to be fair, there were titties in this game. Yeah. Yeah. I was reason to finish it. Call of Duty, I'm honestly not so sure. I don't think I ever played... I played like multiplayer Call of Duty. That definitely. I don't think I played the campaign. I played more Battlefield stuff. In terms of like shooty, pew multiplayer stuff. And I played the campaigns on that as well. But Call of Duty is probably something I skipped the campaigns on. I think I played Call of Duty when they stopped making single player stuff. Which is awkward and weird. But I guess the multiplayer is what sells the game, so... Yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. So yeah, but I think like God of War, like the remake, is one of the games I hear a lot of good things about. It's a game I hear a lot of good things about, but I have never played the continuation thingy thing, the remake or whatever it's called. And I think that should be on the list. I got a feeling that it should be on the list because so many people find this game so amazing. I think I started it before, and I got like through the tutorial, and then I just didn't have any more time in life. So I think I dropped it at that point. Pew pew pew. Hello. Hi. Welcome. If you have any game recommendations, please drop them here and now because I said so. And that should be enough reason. I'm gonna say this a lot now. So yeah, I think we could make the God of War like one of the things. The only thing I really know about God of War is boy. He says a lot of boy. Oh boy. So yeah. I guess we can add it to the list. I mean, it's generally a game that I like the genre of. It's good. I like it very, very much in terms of like hacking, slaying, slashing. So it's definitely in my alley of games. I have a serious recommendation. Danganronpa. I don't know if I say it correctly. I definitely played one of them. I don't know which one. I know I played one of them. They're like the visual novel style, right? Where everyone dies in the end. I played one of these. It was fun. It definitely was fun. But I think I'm a bit too stupid for problem is they're like visual novels, so it's a bit hard to stream them. But isn't also like the what was it? The first line? It was like this Fire Emblem mix-up, right? That's like from them as well. That's definitely a game that I have on my generally to play list. But it's not really on the, I wouldn't really put it on the bucket list. Because I do have to be like a bit mindful of what I put on here. Because there are a lot of games I would put on here. There are a lot of games that I want to play at some point in time, but I don't think they're like necessarily must plays. Let's say, for example, I think one of the things I saw on Twitter, for example, is Ori and the Blind Forest, or I think the sequel was mentioned. I think it's a very good game. I heard a lot of good things about Ori. I'm not entirely sure if I would call it a must play, but it's definitely on my list of games that I definitely want to play at some point. You know. So I try to be like a bit mindful about like what I put on here, so it's not getting like overly exaggerated, because then everything comes on here. Then literally every little game in the world has to be on here. And probably should try the new one here, right? So we don't get confused. Or at least I don't get confused. I get confused fairly easily. I think one of the big things that I've always wanted to try, and I never really came to the point where I had like the chance to, is the Legend of Zelda series. The entire series. I didn't play any of them. Not like Breath of the Wild, not like whatever the frick came after that. Not like any of them before. And there are, generally speaking, a lot of good Legend of Zelda games out there. Apparently, not that I really can tell, but I think that's definitely like I saw it. You saw it in the thumbnail as well. That's definitely one that we're putting on here. Which one exactly? I have no idea. I think like it probably is gonna be, if we get this one, it's probably gonna be like one of the older games. Maybe Wind Waker. Yeah, Wind Waker or Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Those are like pretty good. Like I think one of the older ones is like a bit better. Or what is the other one called? Majora's Mask is probably also one of the favorites people. I like the style of Wind Waker a lot. So I don't know. Maybe we'll try this. Or maybe we do like just a general spin the wheel thing. If we ever get to the point where we do like Zelda. Because Breath of the Wild, I don't know. It looks amazing, it looks great. But it's also massive. So I don't know about that one. But yeah, the entire Zelda thing is not really like when I still had when when I still had Nintendo consoles, I didn't really play too much Zelda because it was mostly GBA stuff that I had. And that was like not really interesting in terms of Zelda because it only I don't know when it got like good. Like that was not interesting to me. I think like at the GameCube stage it probably got like to the good phase. I wanna say like, and I didn't have a GameCube, so I missed out on that. I got a Wii at some point in time, but that was like at the age where I thought Zelda was like not really cool anymore. I guess, I think, I don't know. Speaking of Zelda, Metroid. Maybe, technically. Like, even just the old ones could be like... Is it called Metroid Prime or something? I don't know. Or is it just called Metroid? That's also something like I saw a few speedruns of it, or like randomizer things. I think I saw a lot of randomizer things. There's also yeah, Ocarina of Time was the one. Yeah, Ocarina of Time was the one with the ocarina. Ha! Hey, you wouldn't have expected that, right? Right? Now I blew your mind. Bam! Metroid Prime would be a good option, right? I feel like it would be a good option. Would make for an interesting game, but I'm not entirely sure if it would like be a necessary thing on the bucket list. I don't know. But on the same, you could also say that about the God of War. But hey. There's actually gonna be like a... I mean, we can get them out of the way. Like if we would do... Okay. If we would do... Why the fuck are you so small? That's what she said. Sorry. Metroid. So, damn, it's staying so small. Why are you staying this small? I don't know. Fine. Just, I guess I do it by hand. Yes, I will always do it by hand now. Should have taken a real software for this. Metroid, Zelda, the, what's it called? Xenoblade Saga is generally speaking also one that I probably should play at one point. The Xenoblade Chronicles Saga. I started the first Xenoblade. But I think because it was on the 3DS, if I remember correctly, it was on the 3DS at some point. Was it? Or was it on the Switch? I'm not entirely sure. For some reason I dropped it. It was not like something kept me from it. Have you played Punishing Grey Raven? Punishing Grey Raven doesn't even ring a bell. It's like Xenoblade is definitely on there. All of the parts. Punishing Grey Raven. I have never heard of that game in my life. It looks like a gacha game. It looks a bit like a gacha game from what I'm seeing here. I mean, I don't mind gacha games. You can either play 1 or 2 with no plot spoilers, but play Xenoblade 3 last. Okay. But hello, hi. I definitely started one, but something kept me from continuing it. I'm not entirely sure. I remember I had fun playing one. But I don't know. But this is gonna be like an excuse for... Not really an excuse, this is just gonna be saying it. Because most of the time, I'm gonna tell you guys that I started it. And I just put him away for a bit. The problem is if you put away like a game for like a week or something, because you just don't have time. I don't know if it's just my brain not braining enough. But I'm out of the loop on things, and because of that, I feel like I forgot what was most important, and I feel like disconnected, and I feel like not continuing. I don't know if we play this, if we do it like this, we'll probably need to make like entire weeks for it. It's also RPG. Oh. I mean, I'm gonna look at it, but if it's like a big gacha game, we might have a problem of like finishing. Gonna take a look at it though. Yeah, it do be like that, right? It's a bit annoying though. So yeah, I wish I was back in school and you could just like grind the game throughout like one weekend or something like that, when you just can sit back, have nothing else to do, because who the hell does homework, right guys? Already no homework school, no homework doers group, right? None of you did homework as well, right? That didn't backfire at all, right? I'm stupid. Yeah, that was nice times. Back then, you could still grind through games. That was the time when I played like the games I adore the most today, like Dragon Age, Mass Effect, the Halo series. Tells you how old I am, to be honest. Tells you how freaking old I get. Do your homework. No, don't do your homework. We don't do homework here. Not in this house. Homework is unnecessary. If they want to teach me stuff, they can do that in school. Not like I'm taking work from my office with me home, right? So why should I do that at school? It's unfair. It is unfair, cruel, and I do not condone. Actually, a really funny thing. Not funny, but stupid. I don't know if you have like how it is in other countries. But if you do like if you do like an apprenticeship in Germany, you have like weeks where you're at work, and then you have like school days, like school weeks. Funnily enough, you know, when you go to school, you get homework, and you get homework during your work time as well. But if you want to get someone to come work after school, that's a big no-no. That is not allowed. So the school can give you homework during the work where you actually need to do stuff. But when I need some help from an apprentice after school, that's not allowed. That seems a bit unfair. It's either one or the other. Either both have to have the same right of abusing my apprentice, or neither of one have to. Because what do you mean you're gonna tell me that they have to do like a big giant presentation the first day they come back to school? What do you mean they have to prepare that in their free time? What do you mean? What? That's not fair. Not in any sort of way. Like, holy hell. That's stupid. That's stupid, and I hate it for so many reasons. Scarlet Nexus is also a good option. Ooh, I saw Scarlet Nexus a lot. Scarlet Nexus is actually a game I saw a lot of. And I think I actually even own it. I think I actually have it in my Steam library somewhere. Buried down deep under. Because I really want to play it, and it's kind of like the same with Scarlet Nexus and Stellar Blade. Stellar Blade is also like the game that I really wanted to play when it came out, but time restraints and stuff like that kept me from it over and over and over again. And then they released like on PC, and I was thinking about, yeah, we could do that, and then I didn't have the time for it again. I probably should look at S for Scarlet Nexus if I'm looking for the game that starts with S, like Scarlet Nexus. Shouldn't I? I probably should. Yeah. Here it is. I actually have it. I played it last July 5th, 2021. I'm a terrible gamer, guys. I'm a terrible gamer. By the way, Xenoblade 2 has waifus, Xenoblade 1 has blood. Ooh. I'm a sucker for waifus. I do like my waifus. I do like them. Yeah, Scarlet Nexus, I think definitely gets on the list. But while we're at it, we're probably gonna add Stellar Blade as well. Because I think they hit like in the same ballpark, kinda. They kinda hit in the same ballpark. And I definitely want to play both at some point. I definitely want to, the fact that this notepad is driving me nuts is crazy. Like this and Stellar Blade. The Stellar Blade always looked really fun, and I played the demo, the 1 hour demo version that was there. It was so much fun. It was such a nice thing. Such a nice game to play. So I really wanna play it. Same with Scarlet Nexus. It looks really fun. Xenoblade 3 gives me pain. For what exact reason? Because it's bad, or because it's so good that you want to have more? I heard I saw like a few things about Xenoblade 3. Most of it seemed fine, seemed interesting enough. So yeah, I'm definitely down to try Xenoblade out again. And speaking of like games with like long overarching stories, have you heard about the series Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, me neither. Continuing. Kingdom Hearts will go into the same category. I played... Wait. Hold on. I played 3, I think. I think I played Kingdom Hearts 3. If I remember correctly. And because I didn't play 1 and 2, I think I actually sat down and watched like a 3-hour compilation of a video about the story compilation of all Kingdom Hearts games before that. So I could start playing 3. So I could start with Kingdom Hearts 3. And then I never did. But that was 3 hours worth of my time. That's great. That was wonderful. I mean, I didn't mind. It's generally an interesting topic. And lucky for all of you, if we ever play Kingdom Hearts, I completely forgot about all of it. So, that's great. That's great. I have no idea what's going on there. Sadness, 10 out of 10 would crack. Yeah, I heard that there's quite a lot of sad story going on in 3. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is definitely gonna make it on the list. There's so much good things I heard about it, and I think it even holds up really well, even to this day. Like 1, 2, and 3. We're not gonna dive into like any of the spin-off games for like whatever weird ass console was released, and not any other things. We're gonna keep to the main story parts, 1, 2, and 3, and then we see. Like, I'm not gonna play like 365 before and whatever the hell they're called. I have a life. I have a life that I need to take care of at some point. We cannot deep dive into this. It is unbelievable how many things you can do with Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts lore is incomprehensible. Yeah, it's so weird. There's so much stuff going on. I don't know how anyone keeps track of it, but apparently, like, apparently some people are like involved. I'm not. I'm just here to vibe and chill. I just have fun. Do you guys have fun with games? That's great. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is definitely on the list. Speaking of like rather big genre of games, Silent Hill. I want to play Silent Hill. I do want to play it. I have the slight problem that I think I'm gonna be too stupid for it. I'm gonna be like not paying too much attention and I'm gonna forget what I'm supposed to do. And I'm gonna believe it's gonna bite me in the ass. Well, like an atmospheric game like Silent Hill always like was like, you know, always was like my vibe. Always was my vibe. I really like games like this that have like the atmosphere and create like stuff like this. It's really nice. So Silent Hill is there is like the remake that they did of, I want to say it's Silent Hill 2. Not entirely sure what it is, and I think there's like a new one coming out soonish. You're like, I'm not entirely sure. I have like the slight tingle in my head that it says there's something called Silent Hill F or something. I don't know. I'm bad at remembering things. But yeah, so stuff like Silent Hill is definitely on the list as well. There is, technically speaking, a game that I kind of want to play as well. I'm not entirely sure what it's... No, what was it called? Paranormal Activity? Something like that? No, that was probably something entirely different. It was an older game with like gods as well, and you had, technically speaking, 3 paths. I saw like a let's play on it, but I can't remember. Can't remember for the life of me what it was called. Well, that's like a game I would like to play, but I don't think that it's gonna be like on this list. So I think it was like a GameCube game or something, like a PS2 game. I don't know. I don't know. We could do Resident Evil 8. I think Resident Evil definitely is on the list. I'm just not entirely sure which one of them. So I'm gonna put Silent Hill. Yeah, I can write. Silent Hill is definitely on my list of things. Because I never played it. I never played it myself. I kept away from this game as good as I can to not get spoilers. And so I'm really kind of want to look at it. Resident Evil series is also on my mind for games I definitely should try at least once in my life. Never played any game of it. Never any. And I don't think I even tried playing any of the games. I saw like the remake of, what was it called? Of Resident Evil 2, where you have like the 2 characters. I think Leon and the police girl. Where they're like in the city with a zombie apocalypse, which is probably not really helping in like, you know, whatever, like shrinking the numbers of Resident Evil games, because I think most of them are like kind of zombie apocalypse stuff. I don't know. Don't mind the gacha RPG game. I like to recommend you the Honkai Impact Third, Zenless Zone Zero, and Wuthering Waves. ZZZ I played. Wuthering Waves I've tried. Honkai Impact Third, is something I haven't really, you know, put my toes in. Because I played Honkai Star Rail for a long while. So I never really felt like the need going in Impact Third. Because I had Star Rail for the longest time. But yeah, I don't mind the gacha RPG game, but the thing is like they're not really like finishable in a sense. So it's a bit weird including them here. Yeah. So like Resident Evil is definitely something I have on my mind. 8 is like, is 8 Village? I think 8 is Village, right? Wasn't that Village? With like the big goth mummy? Or was that part after it? But yeah, Resident Evil is definitely on the list as well. It's just a matter of what, and when, and where, and how, and why. You know? Resident Evil. Is that typed correctly? Well, I'm stupid. I think so. Resident Evil, yeah, definitely. There is a point in like talking about Splinter Cell. There is a point in talking about Splinter Cell, but I don't really think it's like on a bucket list level. It's a good genre of games. There are some pretty good titles, but I don't think it's on my personal things that I definitely want to play. It's a bit the same with Metal Gear, to be fair. Like both Splinter Cell and Metal Gear, they were really good games, but personally for me, they're like never, they're like never really hit that deep, you know? There's like a case to be made for at least Metal Gear of like playing the original games. I don't think I would want to play like the newer ones, even like the one that came out recently. I don't think I'm really into that, but if anything, I would be down to play like I would be down to play like one of the original things. Because it's a classic, right? It technically is a classic, and it would make sense to play it at some point. MGR, is that Metal Gear Rising? Is that the one with the weird mechs? Soldiers? Weird things? Because I played one of the Metal Gear things that was like a spin-off thing. And that was wild. That was wild. That was weird. Maybe that tainted my idea of Metal Gear a bit into the bad stuff, because I didn't really like it too much, not gonna lie. And it could also be that I didn't understand, to be fair. Could have also been very well the case that I just didn't understand the lore and everything around it, so it was just huge explosions and like huge badass Speaking of badass moments, Devil May Cry. I am the storm that is approaching. That on the other hand is something I have on my list. But the question is, I don't want to include too many of like the hack and slash games. And then there would be like the question, would you rather put on the bucket list like something like Devil May Cry? Or something like Bayonetta? Or there was like, technically speaking, wasn't there also Darksiders? Or something like this? I don't think it's like bucket list worthy. I think what I heard, the first 2 games were nice and the last one was batshit crazy. So it would basically be like the question if you rather would put like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta on on the list. I think that's like one of the two. One of the two I feel like deserve to be on the list. Recommend Devil May Cry 3 or 5. I have one of them. It's like 5 with the other new Dante. The young Dante. Black hair. I don't know how to describe it. Problem is I don't know too many of them. I don't even know if he's called Dante. I just know that one of them is called him. Wait. Give me a second. I have the HD collection, and then I have the Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. I last played that in 2014. October 26, 2014. Why the fuck? What the fuck? What the f... You can't just throw that in my face. That's over 10 years ago. Dante vs. Virgil. And this retelling of Dante's origin story, which is set against a contemporary backdrop, Devil May Cry, retains the stylish action. Dante vs. Virgil. I'm not entirely sure which one this is. What the hell? Damn. Damn! There's... The Steam page has, what was it? Total Biscuit? Review on it? Yeah. Those were the good old times. Those were the good old times. But yeah, the question would be Bayonetta or Devil May Cry. Like, personally, just my personal things, is Bayonetta seems like more fun, but that could be just because there is a girl that gets naked with her attacks. That could be just my line of thinking. That could be just my line of thinking, but I like the idea of Bayonetta. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I feel more. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt both in, but they definitely do deserve both plays. I would say Devil May Cry because you can dance and kill people by dancing. I mean, that's a good argument. That is a fair argument of the game. Problem is Devil May Cry has like so many installments. I think Bayonetta has like, does it have more than 2 games? I feel like it doesn't have more than 2 games. I want to say it just has like 2. No, it actually has 3? Maybe? Apparently it has 3. Is that 4? No. No. Which makes it a bit easier to digest. That's like probably one of the perks for Bayonetta. Yes, you know what? Fine. Well, the question is, would you start with the original Devil May Cry, or would you just skip them and go to Devil May Cry 3 or 5? Is there any reason to play like the original ones? Do I have to play them, technically speaking? Bayonetta. I can type. Okay, we can definitely not play Typing of the Dead or something like this, because we're never gonna do this. We're never gonna win this. I'm terrible at typing. I think you only really have to play 3 and 5, but I'm not 100% sure. Me neither. I have no idea. I guess we're gonna find out if we ever pull it. But Himiko and Honkai Impact 4 died because of the MC being possessed by the second Herrscher of the Void. Because the MC was created by the... yeah. Universes of Honkai Star Rail and Honkai Impact 4 overlapped. Yeah. I'm definitely aware of that technically Weld in Honkai Star Rail is also the Weld of Honkai Impact Third, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it just, you know, was never really like the big interest in me of starting Honkai Impact Third after like Star Rail. It's just never really there, you know. Maybe a Persona game. Ooh, that's a good idea. I played Persona 5, and that's the only Persona I have played so far. What I've seen a lot of times where Persona 3 is what I want to say is the remake. It came out recently. And I think there's like one that's called Persona 4 Gold or something. I'm not entirely sure. But I think like Persona 3 is one that definitely should make the list. I do enjoy Persona 5 very, very much. Which, by the way, Overwatch is getting a collab with. I'm very excited about it. And I'm gonna spend my money on it. Yes. So yeah. There's also Persona 4 Revival coming out soon. So there is the remake of Persona 4 coming out as well. Okay. But yeah, Persona 5 was really, really nice. It was really, really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. The story, the characters, the dating sim. Raising up people. Raising up people was also very, very much nice. Don't even know. I think I went for Miss Class President or Student President. I'm not entirely sure which one she was. I also forgot her name. I think I went for her. Although the nurse was also very much on my list of girls I would like to conquer. Sometimes I do wish that I could like wipe a game completely from my memories. I do sometimes wish that I could just clear my memories of a game so I could play it again. Because like that's the thing with like Baldur's Gate, that's the thing with Persona. I really want to play games again to like experience different outcomes or like do different romance stuff, but if I have to play through the entire game again just to see like a different romance ending, I'm gonna hang myself in a video game. And that's annoying. Like that's the problem I have with Baldur's Gate most of the time. Like even if you do like a challenge run or like honor mode run, like getting through all of the story parts, it's always gonna be the same. It's so tedious. It's so tedious. So tedious. That's why I like roguelikes. That's why I like roguelikes and like stuff like Overwatch, which is just like you playing one round and then, you know, you can try something else the next round. That just is a bit easier to digest sometimes. Before you can romance all the girls with not much consequences. Ooh. I like not having consequences. I do like not having consequences. That's very good. That's very good. Although I find it very funny when you do actually have... when the game tells you that something is like you being weird. I do like that as well. I like the acknowledgement because I think there's like a scene in Persona 5 where if you actually like date all of the girls, that you get a scene where they meet up and, you know, tell you that you're an asshole. But yeah, Persona is definitely on there. The question is, there's also the Shin Megami Tensei stuff, right? There's also Shin Megami Tensei thingy things. If you would group that together, or if we let Persona stand for itself, because I think the games are fairly similar in terms of like what they are. I'm not even sure if they're like not even made by the same developer. I'm not entirely sure. Tales of Arise is good too. Ooh, the Tales of series in general is very much interesting. The the Tales of series is very much interesting as well. I played Tales of Zestiria. And it was really, really good. It was really good. It was very long though. The Tales of series is kind of long, and I heard a lot of... I actually have Tales of Arise installed right now. Because I always look at it and see like, yo, that looks so fire. It looks like an anime to play. And I always want to play it. But then I realized that it's like an insanely long JRPG. And it's going to take me at least like 30, 40 hours to beat. And I'm like, do I have the time? Maybe not. But yeah. So we're gonna go with Persona definitely. And I think I'm gonna add the Shin Megami Tensei. That's probably butchered, right? Is that butchered? Did I butcher it? Or did I type it correctly? Because I'm just such a good guy. There's also... Isn't there also like a crossover? There was like a crossover game on the Wii U. I am not entirely sure what it was crossover now again. I feel it was Persona, and I want to say it's something else. My mind keeps sprinting to Fire Emblem, but I think that's wrong. There was a game that had a weird crossover. I don't know what it was. And I had it. It crossed over Fire... It was Fire Emblem, wasn't it? What was it called? I remember. Maybe I can find it somewhere, because I think I still have it here. Tales of Arise is a long run game. Yeah, it is. It is. All of the Tales games probably are. There's also the... There's also the Atelier of series. That's also very much interesting to me personally on a personal prevalence field. Tokyo that sounds right. That sounds about right. Yeah, I definitely tried that one. I remember trying that one out. It was interesting. It was interesting to say the least. Who would re-released on the Switch? Oh. Does anyone know? Is there romance here? Can I romance some characters? Because I do like me some romance. Any romance or social links? Neither. Or both. Ah, disgusting. Yeah, that was also very much cool. Very much nice. Do really like it. I like the idea very much. I think it was... From the story, it was probably a bit boring if I can remember correctly. Like, it was from 2015, so I don't have it at the back of my head, like, completely, but, like, you know, I feel like the story was a bit weird. And you dude called Roman. Wasn't there a Roman in GTA 4? Wasn't that your cousin? Or were you Roman? I think the cousin was called Roman. Yeah, you were Nico. And I think your cousin was called Roman. But I think you couldn't romance your cousin. Just sad. Why can you not romance your cousin? Guys, why not? So yeah, like, personally for me, the Tales of game, at least like Tales of Arise, is Probably on the list. Probably on the list. Probably. I hate this so much. Tales of ... Tales of ... Let me quickly look through the comments. Hollow Knight. Yeah, Hollow Knight is probably safe. Yeah. We consider MMOs. I mean, I don't have like... I don't have an entire life to spend. So we have here Final Fantasy XIV, which is fair. But I actually played Final Fantasy XIV for quite a bit. Then we have Tales of. So I guess we're on a good track. We have one that recommended Kirby games. To be fair, I never considered Kirby games. To be entirely fair, as like so much of a good game. But I never played them. I watched people play them and they looked fun. Like Kirby always slips my mind. It always kind of slips my mind that it even exists, the genre. I don't know, it just keeps very, very much low profile. Hello, how are you doing? I am doing fine. I'm making a list. How much more fun could a German dude have other than making a list? Code Vein is a unique post-apocalyptic, and it's often called anime Dark Souls. I played Code Vein for a bit. It wasn't really my cup of tea. If I would include like a Dark Souls-esque game, it would probably be Bloodborne. Because that is definitely one that I still have to play in the Dark Souls-esque genre. That is definitely one I still have to play. And then there's also Xenoblade and the main line of Kingdom Hearts. So I do see that we're definitely on a good track. We're definitely on a good track in terms of what we're doing here. And what do we have? We have Red Dead Redemption 2. Do you think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a must-play? Do you guys think Red Dead 2 is a must-play? I would say Red Dead 1. I think Red Dead Redemption 1 is a must-play. I wouldn't necessarily call Red Dead Redemption 2 a must-play, because that's one I see here as well. I also have Undertale a few times, to be fair. Nexus, Titanfall. Ooh, Titanfall. Ooh, Titanfall. Ooh. I don't know. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 is a bit like GTA. I don't know. They're good games, don't get me wrong. I never really had like the real feeling that I had to play Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know why though. Because I really liked Red Dead 1. But when 2 came around, I was never really interested. I don't know. Maybe it seemed like too much? Too much? Too much. Like from what I saw, it was like, I don't know. It was like not hitting the spot. It was just not really hitting the spot. Can't really put it into words, which is kind of sad. But I'm stupid, so I get an excuse for that. Let me quickly add, because I think this should be on here, Bloodborne, because I said it before. I think that should be on here. I think Bloodborne should be on here. Hollow Knight is something I saw too. The thing is, it's definitely probably a must-play game. Hollow Knight is probably a must-play game. But currently, it's like everyone and their mom is playing Hollow Knight or like Silksong, so I kind of want to refrain on playing them myself, and I want to do that like a little later to like give better people the chance to shine in that regard. But it definitely belongs on the list. Do you know Nier Automata and Nier Replicant? I do know the new series, both the old one and like the Nier Automata one. I haven't played the original one. I have played the Automata one for a bit, but I also never finished that one. So that is, to be fair, also one that should be on the list. What did I say? Hollow Knight. Where at Hollow Knight? Is it Hollow Knight? It's Hollow Knight, right? And not night. Not like dark night, stars shine, but night with swords and shield and armor. But yeah, Nier is definitely, at least like the new one, the Automata one. I think that is definitely on the list. Speaking of that, because it brings me back to at least like the Replicant, that brings me back to something like Shadow of the Colossus. Or there was the other game as well. What was it called? No, something along the lines. I think Shadow of the Colossus is like one of the games that you... honestly, I don't know. Do you still hear it a lot about Shadow of the Colossus these days? Because when I grew up like with games and stuff like this, Shadow of the Colossus was always one of the games that was dropped in the you have to play this game. It's so good. I don't know. I haven't heard a lot about it in quite some time, but maybe I'm just out of the loop here. I don't know. I heard it mentioned quite a lot. I have never played it. So I guess I should add this as well. Like Nier is definitely a candidate for this. It's really good game. It had a big impact on people. So we're definitely adding that as well. I'm not entirely sure how you... There's one letter in this big. I feel like there's one letter supposed to be big or like uppercase. I don't know. we're just gonna leave it like that. And I would assume that those of the Colossus. That was not in any way, shape, or form right. Don't judge me, not my native language, and even in German, I am terrible at writing. It's actually Shadow. It is Shadow, it's not Shadow. Well, I think that one belongs here as well. Wait, while I Google it, it was also, is there like recommended on, because they always drop like in the same, wait, actually, because we're right there in the sense of like very old games. Since we're in that aspect of very old games, Half-Life, like both 1 and 2. I have the really slight feeling that I played Half-Life 1. I have the slight feeling that I played Half-Life 1 at some point in time. It might be the case that I played it, but honestly, I cannot remember for the life of me if I actually did. I cannot remember for the life of me. I think I actually did at some point. I don't know if I played it entirely through though. Like, it's been so long. It has been so long. No, I think I just watched it. It was like Half-Life Alyx, which was like a VR game. And I think I just watched that one. Just watched Let's Plays of it. But I think I played Half-Life 1. I think I did at some point. I don't even know why. I don't even know why it overcame me that I played Half-Life 1 at some point. Technically speaking, games that also should be on this list would be like Portal, but I played Portal. Portal 1 too. I definitely played that, so I'm not adding it to my list, but if your guys are having a list like this, you should definitely add Portal to it. Where the hell is Half-Life? There it is. Half-Life. No. But apparently I played it for 30 minutes, but I'm not entirely sure if I played it over Steam. To be fair. I'm not entirely sure if I played it over... Probably, technically. Like, it's from Valve, so probably? I don't know. I'm just adding it to my list, and you guys can do nothing about it. So, see if I care. See if I fucking care. I do not. Anything else that comes to mind? Anything else that comes to my mind when talking about games that I should definitely play at some point? I'm not entirely sure. There are probably a few more classics. There are probably... Why did I just write Devil Cry? Now I'm gonna start crying. There are definitely some that I probably want to play. Like there would be something like Ratchet and Clank, which is also like not too shabby, but I don't think it's like a must-play game. I don't think I would include it in a must-play game. Same with like Spyro or Crash Bandicoot. I don't think it's a must-play game. What we need to talk about is something like Sonic. I personally have never played a Sonic game. Never in my life. But I do have to say that it does be like a fairly important game for the general gaming industry. I have to say that there is a reason to try it out just because of that. And like there was a Sonic collection at some point. There was a Sonic collection at some point in time. That made things interesting for me to like start it. So maybe. But it would be the question which Sonic we would play. Like, would we actually go for an original one, or would we go for one of the more recent ones? Because I don't know if the original ones would actually like entertain me at any point in time. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if they would actually like. It would be. Oh, nah, actually, if I would go back to like a Mario from like the old days, it would probably still be fun. I don't know about Sonic though. I really had like the connection with it, so I don't know. And it's just like one of the old classic that I feel like people should have played, or should have at least tried at one. I don't know why. You know what? Actually, it makes sense. Actually, it does make sense. Jumping from Sonic to Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk 3, I feel like, is one of the all-time greatest skating games that a lot of people fell in love with and tell me it's really, really good. I watched like someone platinum the game before. Seemed like fun. It's like a bit weird because I saw what the game has to offer, so it's a bit weird to like include it here, but I feel like it's not bad. I feel like it could deserve like a spot on the list. It could deserve a spot on the list, couldn't it? It could be just my idea, but I feel like it's free. I want to say that the good game is free. I'm just gonna include it because I feel like it's at least worth looking at. Tony Hawk free? I'll put a question mark on it. The Dragon Quest series. I saw the Dragon Quest series. I saw it. It never really tingled my brain too much. I don't know why. It is anime vibe. It should do that. For some reason it should, but it didn't really. For some reason it didn't really vibe with me. I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, but you know what? Instead of Dragon Quest, can we make a deal? Instead of Dragon Quest, we add Ni no Kuni. Can we make that deal? Can we make that deal? Because I really would like to play Ni no Kuni. I don't know why. But that's like one of the games that is like on my mind for a long time, and I know it was a big thing when it came out. Like people were talking about it a lot. So I would really like to include it here. Ni no Kuni. Ni no Kuni. It is a JRPG. And it had like a sequel at some point. And I played the sequel for a little bit and it was really fun. But I want to start with the original one. I'm not entirely sure if the original one was out there yet at that point on like PC. And if I remember correctly, if I remember entirely correctly, I think the remastered edition is actually on the Game Pass. If I remember correctly. So I think it's worth it. I would prefer Ni no Kuni over Dragon Quest. I think they're hitting like in the same direction in terms of gameplay. But I heard a lot of things about like the story in Ni no Kuni being like very much really cute and wholesome. So I really like to try it out. I really like to have it on the list. What else? What else is like a game? Well, I saw Undertale a lot. But guys, I don't know. I mean, out of like an objective point of view, it only feels fair to give Undertale a try. From an objective point of view, it feels fair to give Undertale a try. A lot of people tell me it's good. A lot of people say it's like really cool. But every time I see it, every time I see gameplay of it or screenshots of it, it always just kinda rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. It's something about the style of the game that is like weird to me. So I never played it myself. I saw like stuff here and there, but I never got to the point where I played it myself. I think for the sake of like broaden my horizon and like branching out of my comfort zone in games, I think we should include it. just because I hear, and if we're at it, I'm not entirely sure. There's like the Omori game, I want to call it. The weird black and white one that had like this very much stylized thing. There are also VTubers who run around in that style. I like pre-made VTuber models for this. I'm not entirely sure what it was called. I think Omori. I think something OM something. But yeah, I feel like at least for now, for the sake of like being a benevolent god, which I am, I think we can end Undertale. What was the other game called released recently? The technical successor to Undertale? I don't know, because I really didn't follow it too much. I didn't really follow it too much. But I think we should add that in there as well. We add Undertale, at least like behind Undertale, not like as a separate thing. But I feel like it should be part of it. Omori! Ah, Omori. It was Omori. I just don't know if Omori is like is like a must play on the list. I don't know if it deserves like the must play spot on the list. It definitely is like an interesting game. I just don't know if it deserves like a must play spot. I don't know. When a human child that falls into the underground realm of monsters sealed by magic barrier after their war with humans. Yeah, I mean, I saw like the thing with like a talking flower. I saw like the thing with a talking flower and stuff like that. And there's a lot of cool things about it. There's a lot of intricacies. There's good story. I see the appeal. I do see the appeal. Like something about the style always kept me away. So I kept away from the game, but I'm gonna include it on the list. I'm gonna include it on the list because I'm nice. Because I'm just so nice. Since I was looking for the game in my Steam library of like Omori, I saw BioShock. And I actually didn't include it on the list yet, so that is definitely on the list. I played BioShock Infinite, yeah. I played BioShock Infinite. That was really, really nice, but I never got around to play like BioShock 1 and 2. I never came around to play the 1 and 2 games, and that's definitely one that is on my list for so long that I want to get back to it at some point, playing it. So BioShock is definitely on my list on games that we have to play. I recently saw I saw a video about Alan Wake. I saw a video about Alan Wake as well. I'm not sure if I would include Alan Wake on this list though. I don't know if it's like that big of a deal that you would put it here. I kind of want to put it here just because I want to play it at some point. But I don't know. I don't know what the vibe is. Because if I include something like Alan Wake, I gotta include like Dishonored as well. Or something like Death Protocol. Yo, hello, welcome. How is everything going? How is life? How is world? Do you have any recommendations of games that you definitely need to play? Oh, actually, Dead Space. Speaking of something, Dead Space. That thing is on my list for so long. So long. And honestly, it's one of the games I think would make an amazing stream game. It's like I would scream my lungs out, you would enjoy me screaming my lungs out, and I would finally play this game. Dead Space is one of The original one, at least. I don't know if we would go with 2 and 3 as well. But Dead Space 1 is definitely one that I do want to play. You know what? It's my list, so who the hell cares? Who the hell cares? We're gonna put Alan Wake here. And we're gonna put Dishonored here as well. If I figure out how the heck I'm writing Dishonored. I'm just a little bit stupid, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine. Dishonored. Dishonored. Yeah. I can type. I'm good at typing. Life is good so far, thank you. If I had to pick a recommendation, would be Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. Ooh, that's actually a nice idea. That is actually a pretty nice idea. That is actually a really nice idea. I believe I actually have it. I have it. Wait, if we're talking about this, Secret of Mana. That might be. That might be technically supposed to be on the list as well. That technically might be, supposedly could be on the list as well. Graphic is not incredible, but the story is really, really good. Yeah. I mean, the graphic doesn't really matter. The graphics doesn't really matter. Like, we're talking about really old-ass games at this point in time. So I don't mind bad or, like, out-of-date graphics. And I think isn't it like a more pixelized game? I think it might be okay. I think those hold up a bit better than like some of the early 3D graphic games. I think they might have a harder time. But I really like the idea. I like the idea of the Trails of the Legends of Heroes Race in the Sky game. I do like the idea. I had it on my mind for a long time. It was a game made for me. Yeah, PS Vita. Remember that burning pile of shit? It was a good idea. It was a sad execution though. It was weird. I had one. It was weird. It was weird. I don't know. I never really, you know, liked it too much. It had to compete with the 3DS, I feel like, and I feel like that didn't do too well for the console. I feel like that didn't do too well. That didn't really help the PS Vita, because at that point in time, like Nintendo had the handheld market in the tight grasp. Like, today is like an open battlefield. Like, the Switch competes with the Steam Deck, and there's gonna be like an Xbox variant of that as well, and you have other stuff that works as well. You have your smartphone basically as a handheld console, so it's not that big anymore. But yeah, a PS Vita was wild. That was wild. That was so wild. We talked about something else. Secret of Mana. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Brain, for remembering. Thank you. There's not much I know about Secret of Mana, to be fair. I just know that it's like supposedly really good game, and a lot of people like it, and it is a JRPG, and that's all. I think there was a remake at some point in time, so I think it's not too bad to like play it as well. Oh yeah, and I think there's like a second part of it came out at some point in time. So it's a classic. It's a decent classic. And I kind of want to test it out as well. The question would be like something like Final Fantasy as well in that regard. But I played most of the Final Fantasy games that I deem interesting enough. I played 13, I played 7, I played 10. I played a bit of 15 and I played a bit of 16, but they were never really... 15 and 16 never really hit home. So personally, if we talk about it in general, I would understand that you would include Final Fantasy, but for me, I think like I played all of the ones I find and deem interesting in that regard. Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, and Shadow of the Colossus is one that I see here. One comment. Yeah. I mean, Dark Souls is definitely one of the games I played, so I don't need to include that. Hollow Knight is on the list, and Shadow of the Colossus is also on the list, so that's nice. That is nice, and the list is growing and growing and growing. Growing and growing and growing. I mean, so far we just included like story games, right? We haven't even talked about games like roguelikes or beat 'em ups or stuff like that. Because there are a lot of games in that regard as well that you probably should at least have tried. Probably should have at least tried some of them. Question is, when do you deem... I think if you like win one of the runs, you probably could deem it like as beaten. You play like Slay the Spire or something. I think you could probably say you've beaten like one of the runs. Just technically speaking, beaten. Beaten. If we want to go with like big games again, there might be like Oblivion. That would be interesting to me in terms of games that I might have want to play at some point in time. The problem is I don't think, since I played Skyrim, I don't think I want to include Oblivion in like the must-play game bucket list for me, myself, and I. Because I feel like in terms of this, I feel like it would be more interesting to have like Skyrim. I think that's a game you should at least have played, but I played Skyrim. So I don't feel like including Oblivion here. I don't think if you played Skyrim, you definitely need to play Oblivion, if that makes sense at all. At least for me, it makes sense in my head. I don't know. I don't know if it makes sense for anyone else but me. But I would feel weird including Oblivion here. If I would talk about a big, giant, open-world RPG, I probably would either take Witcher 3 or Cyberpunk. I think these do deserve a spot as well. I haven't played Witcher 3 at all. I haven't played Witcher 3 at all. I heard so many good things about it, but I never really came around doing it. I never really came around and like playing the Witcher series. I tried playing Witcher 1, but that's years and years and years ago. So that's a bit awkward. But yeah, Witcher 3 is definitely one that I probably should get to at some point in time. I feel like that's a game that I definitely like should look into at some point in time. So you know what? I think we're gonna include Witcher. I think we're gonna include Witcher 3. I'm not gonna include Cyberpunk. What a matter of fact is that I actually played Cyberpunk quite a lot. And it's a good game, and I heard a lot of good things about the updates that came and came and came and came and came. It definitely is a good game that you definitely should check out. But for me, myself, and I don't feel like it's worth including here, because I saw most of it. I saw most of the interesting things, and I saw most of the things that make it exciting already. It wouldn't be like fresh and new and cool. Anything else that I can think of at the top of my head? Games that you probably should have played. And I have never played, actually. That's also like, that also is one of the things. Because obviously there are a lot of games that you should have played. Like games like Dragon Age, Mass Effect. Generally the GTA games as well. Probably are a lot of must-play games there as well. But you know, despite the fact that I'm, you know, not that deep in most of the games, I do have played some of them. Ooh, actually, Far Cry, Horizon Zero Dawn, Just Cause, any of those? Would we say any of those are like worth? Putting on the list? Would we feel like any of those are like worthy to put here? Because I'm not entirely sure. I feel like at least one Far Cry should be on here. I feel like one Far Cry should be on here. It's what I believe. It's what I technically think. Because it is a major series. It deserves its spotlight. I think it should be at least, there should be at least one Far Cry game. We should at least give one of them a chance, I feel like. Not entirely sure which one it would be if we're going to that, but I think Far Cry should be on the list. At least one of them. At least one of them. At least to try. It's a long list, and the problem is all of these games are fairly long. Horizon Zero Dawn would also be very interesting. I would also be very much inclined to play Horizon Zero Dawn, but I think if we have Far Cry, I think that's like for now good enough. I'm gonna assume that like this list will never end. I feel like at some point, if we have like, we've gone through like most of the games, we're probably just gonna start again and look at it and be like, okay, we've got this down, and then we can go like, okay, but what about this? And what about that? But you should also play this. And the longer it will go, the longer it probably will also include more and more indie games. I had like, there was one idea in my mind, but I forgot it again. That sucks. That sucks. I had one game in my mind, and then it went poof. Poof and gone. Poof and gone. Damn, that sucks. That really sucks. That does suck. Come on, Brian. You can do it. I believe in you. Remember. Ooh, Castlevania. Castlevania do be looking interesting. The game is very much, you know, Metroidvania. Actually speaking, now that I see it, yeah. They're like, let's include those as well. I want to include Castlevania, and I want to include Batman. Batman. The Batman series, like the Arkham Knight, City, and Asylum. I want to include those because I feel like they deserve a spot as well. I feel like. If you disagree, then that's your problem, not mine. Batman, Arkham, and then that's it. And what was it? Completely forgot again. Ah, I forgot. No. What was it? OMG, the list is long. Yeah, that's also just like the list of games that I included. There are so many more games that I wish I could write on here, but I already like took a few away. What the what did I wanna? I forgot. Castlevania. There it is. There it is. Castlevania. At least one of the games of Castlevania is probably one that you should play at least once in your life, or at least give it a try. I feel like. Castle? No, Is it Castlevania? Yeah, like this. At least one of them should be. But yeah, list is really long. List is long and getting even longer. And there are definitely games that are missing here. And again, it's like only games that are like heavy story orientated. We could still talk about games like Civilization or like city builder games, stuff like that. We could talk about those as well, because I feel like a lot of them should have a place on a you should try them as well. Even something like SimCity. I think SimCity is a game that you should at least try. Maybe not the newest one, but like an older version of it, or like City Skylines, stuff like that. I think there is, technically speaking, a world where you should talk about this. It was like a really old horror game. It was like really popular for a long while. But I forgot what it was called. There were like mods for it and stuff like that. It was really popular in like 2010 to 15, I feel like. But I forgot what it was called. Was it Amnesia? Could have been Amnesia. Might have been Amnesia. It might have been Amnesia. When did it came out? 2010. Is it that? Could have been. Could have been. Come on. Just gonna put it on a list. Why not? Why not? Why not? Okay. I'm gonna quickly look if I see any more interesting stuff on like the comments. Because I did make a video, you know. I did make a video for the exact same question that I'm making here. So I'm gonna look through the comments quickly and see if there's like anything I missed here. Anything I missed. Like, there is Metal Gear. Did we include Metal Gear? Honestly, I think we should include Metal Gear. Thinking about it back, I think we should include Metal Gear. I might actually be like, you know, it might actually be fair to include Metal Gear as well. I do think it should be on the spot. It's a fine. I convinced myself. Metal Gear. Solid. But if we do this, if we include Metal Gear, That I wanted to include another game, but I forgot. I forgot about it already. There was another gear. Hitman. That's another. That was the game I wanted to include as well. That's another game I wanted to include as well. Can I suggest an RPG with 8 different campaigns called Octopath Traveler? Oh yeah. That is also very much on the list of games I have to play. I'm just not entirely sure if it's on this list of games I really should have to play. I don't know. Have you played the Xenoblade series? It is actually here. It is on here. I have tried one. I've tried playing Xenoblade 1 a long time ago. But I definitely need to finish any of them at any point in time. So, yeah. You know what? Screw it. The list is long enough. You know what? Here. Have it your way. Traveler. You know what? Since I'm in a good mood, here, take Kirby games as well. Gonna include it as well. We're gonna do one of the Kirby games at some point in time. So, yeah, that's a good list. Barely any games on it. Barely any games. Did I include Amnesia yet? Did I put it? Yeah, I did. I'm so smart. I copy-pasted it. Okay, I'm gonna quickly do one thing. Games you should have played. I'm gonna quickly Google this. Another Fire Emblem. Yeah, I mean, a Fire Emblem game is gonna come on this channel at some point in time. But the one Fire Emblem game I would personally say is a must-play is Awakening. That is from the Fire Emblem games I know the must-play one, and the rest is just like what we should finish. And we're gonna do that at some point. But not today. Not today. The next thing that we're gonna do... is play Borderlands when it comes out. And I hope it's gonna be a good game. And otherwise, we're just gonna continue with what we have of this list. With one of the games on this list. So we'll see. Video games everyone should play once. The list. Outer Wilds, Bioshock, Ori and the Blind Forest, Undertale, Dredge, Hollow Knight, Portal. I played Portal, I played Plants vs. Zombies. I played Pokemon. Played Satisfactory. Batman series. Fallout New Vegas. Actually... Fallout New Vegas is probably fine to add. I think that's actually right. The post is right. I think that's actually right. The Kid Project Babes? What? Spell check. Okay. So there's a mod. Huh. Reblends Awakening and changes up some of the lore in cool ways. I mean, we definitely can do that at some point. But I feel like the first thing we should do is finish Engage at some point in time. Like, I think that's the first thing that comes after Three Houses is Engage. And then there's the question if we ever go into the mods or we do like Bates or anything else or any of the older ones. So I think like mods would be like something cool that we can do like after finishing most of the things. Our must play I would say is Fates because of the solid gameplay. So Fire Emblem Fates you mean, or the Fates of, or is there a Fates of series or something? So what else do we have here? That's actually kind of weird. Kind of weird list. Craft, Monster Hunter. I played Monster Hunter, so that's out of the list. Far Cry. Yeah, I think Far Cry is fair. Fire Emblem Fates. Okay, so that's something we probably get to at some point. But I'm not gonna include on this list. It's on the list of projects we have to do, but it's not on the list of things here. How about the Pokemon randomizer Nuzlocke? That's also like, that's more like a stream project. That's not like a game that I really want to play or have to play. Like, Nuzlocke is really nice. It is definitely on the list of projects I would really want to do again. But it's like more of a content idea type. It's definitely on the list. Definitely, I want to do it again sometimes. It was so fun. Nuzlocke's are fun. Nuzlocke's are really fun. If you go for a Shin Megami Tensei at some point and are cool with older games, I recommend Devil's Survivor Duology. The name does ring a bell. A really interesting twist on the turn-based tactical. But the name does ring a bell. Devil's Survivor Duology. I think I actually played that. Believe it or not. At some point. I think I actually played it. I don't remember quite well, but the cover looks like I did. I could mix it up with a Shin Megami Tensei part. But I feel like I feel like I remember it. I feel like I do. When was it released? When was the first part of it released? Because there are two, like, right? There are two. There are two. I think there are two. Yeah. 2009. And on the 3DS, 2013. Yeah, it could actually be that I played it. Could actually be that I played it at some point in time. Give me like a second here. I thought I had it like somewhere within my reach, but it doesn't seem like it. I don't know where my 3DS games are. I don't know. I had them somewhere. But yeah. I think I actually played one of this before. Really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Can't remember if I made it through though. It could have been that I was too stupid to finish it. It could have been that I was too stupid to finish it though. That could have been the case. Maybe a fourth wall breaking horror game like I'm Scared or Dark Place. What are these names you throw in the chat? What are these games? I mean, I'm down to do horror games. I don't mind doing horror games. I have never heard of either of these. Never in my life have I heard of either of these. If I just Google for dark places, I'm gonna get no real useful results, am I? A dark place. Welcome to the dark place? A dark place? What? This is confusing. There's so many dark places. Why are there so many dark places? 2 fourth wall breaking horror games that redefine fourth wall break horror games. I mean, I'm down, but I probably have to look at it a bit more. It's just called A Dark Place. Ah, okay. I found it on itch. But for some reason my internet is currently breaking down a little bit. So, I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know. Am I crypto mining something? I don't know why. Internet connection is not good today. Well, apparently my upload is, but my download is terrible. And I don't know why. I'm not gonna include it on this list, but I'm gonna make a bookmark on it. Maybe we can do it like at Halloween or something if I have time on that day. That would be something like the same with like Alien Isolation. It's like a very, very creepy horror, not like horror game, but like but if you don't want to have your desktop wallpaper or anything like that exposed, then just skip them. Well, you're gonna see anime girls. That's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see anime girls. That's not a. As long as I'm not like, you know, so you don't see my bank details and my face, it's fine. But yeah, I'm probably gonna look them up. A little bit more. Not gonna like, you know, spoil myself, but just gonna check what's gonna happen. Just a little bit, like safe search, if that makes sense. If that makes any sense at all, I don't know. Is there anything else that comes to mind? Because I think the list is long enough for now. I think for now the list is long enough. And as soon as we finish like some of the games, we're gonna come back to it and add some more, because there are more games we can add to this. There's like so much more games. There's so much. Like Horizon Zero Dawn is something that I didn't include. For example, it should be on the list like this. What else? I was thinking for a second, maybe something like Hogwarts Legacy could be something. But then I have to deal with the whole controversy thing, and I'd rather not, so I just skipped that part. But yeah. Joke answer the coffin of Andy and Lele. Who the frick are Andy and Lele? Oh right, that's the incest one, right? Not that I know of. I heard that from a friend. Yeah. That's the weird brother and sister one, right? If I remember correctly. But to be fair, I actually do want to play it at some point. Not gonna lie, I do want to play it at some point. Like, I know it's famous for like the brother and sister romance, but I feel like it's actually a bit more. I heard it's actually a bit more than this. There's actually it goes deeper than just like brother and sister. It's just that that is the thing that it gets memed on the entire time. At some point in time, I kind of really do want to play it. I do. But I feel like I will hold that off for a bit. October could be just the horror and psychological horror month. I will be dead if we do this in an entire month. I will be dead. It also has cannibalism. Ooh. Honestly, like, hands down, I would want to try human meat. And not like pigs. For once, I'm not talking about penises. I'm talking about actual human meat. Like, if I had, like, the legal chance of, like, trying it, like, why not? You know? Out of curiosity. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I don't know what it tastes like. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Why not? We eat all sorts of meat. We eat all sorts of meat, so at least, you know, it would be fair to at least try it. It would be fair to at least try it. No? Yeah. Glad we talked about that. That's out now on the internet. No one remembered it. Also tastes like uncooked chicken. How the hell am I supposed to know how uncooked chicken tastes like? What? Who the hell knows how uncooked chicken tastes like? If you eat your chicken uncooked, you need professional care. And more than one sentence. First up, you need culinary school, and second of all, what the fuck are you doing? So that's the guy who just said something about eating human meat. But hey! It's just taste testing. I'm not gonna be a cannibal forever. Just like for one day. It's fine. It's fine. It's not weird at all. Wait. 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 What the hell is this? There is a Kurzgesagt video game? What? What am I seeing here? Nothing, because my internet is shit. But there is a Kurzgesagt video game. What the hell? Fascinating yet unexplored place. Yet unexplored. It's about time to change that. Join our flock of starbirds on a mission across the great beyond. Establish a thriving mining operation and discover new technologies to advance even further. And who knows, maybe you encounter something that's truly out of this world. Huh. What Starboard offers? 360-degree building and asteroid ranging from space to dinner, resource gathering, vibrant art style, mysterious campaign, and story of Kurzgesagt vibes. Oh, guys! Oh, boy! Oh, boy! I'm inclined. I don't know, can I just drop that to you guys and you can click on it? I'm inclined to change up Stardew Valley. And look at this game tomorrow. I'm inclined to do that. Because I like Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt is a really nice science channel. They're really nice. That game looks interesting. And has the art style of Kurzgesagt. So we might change it up. Maybe. I will let you guys spontaneously know tomorrow. How about we start something like the Coffin and Annie and Lily or DDLC? I guess DDLC. Guys, you need to give me more than just a few things to work with here. I'm stupid. Ah, Doki Doki Literature Club. Thank you. Thank you, internet. I don't know about Doki Doki Literature Club. If I had to take one, I would probably take something like Needy Stream or Overload. It would be like more interesting. Because Because I don't know how long Doki Doki is actually. I don't know, it's a visual novel very much, and I don't know if there is anything else. I know it's weird and crazy. I don't know. I'll put the Yakuza games on the list. We haven't talked about the Yakuza games yet. No, actually no. Wouldn't even know which one. Ah, yes, the game that has a... fits perfectly for me. It fits perfectly for me. It's like 2 hours. Okay, that's not bad. I always thought it was longer than this. I always thought that it was longer. Always looked like it was longer. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. Then I don't mind. Then I don't mind it too much. Then I don't mind it too much. That's okay. That's okay though. Yakuza games. Do I wanna... I mean, I guess we should include one of the Yakuza games, shouldn't we? On the list. I don't know if we do it right now, though. I don't know if it should be here on right now. Yakuza 0 is generally on my list. Best games ever. Really? Really? I remember playing like one Yakuza game. It was okay. It was alright, but I don't know which one it was, to be fair. I have no idea. You know what? Fine. Included. We'll take it on the list. But that's it for the list for now, okay? Nothing more to this list for now. We're gonna finish some of the games before we write anything else on this. Otherwise, I'm going mentally insane. Otherwise, I'm going mentally insane here. Because that is already a very long list of games. Very long list. So yeah, what we're gonna do with this is I'm gonna put them into a spinning wheel. Or maybe we're gonna do marbles. Maybe we're gonna do marbles with this. It will also be funny. First of all, the plan is that we start with Borderlands on Saturday. And we'll see how it goes. If Borderlands 4 is good, we're gonna finish Borderlands and continue playing it and make that a thing, and after that we go to one of the games on this list. If Borderlands is shit, then we're gonna just skip it and go directly here. So yeah, that is my plan for the future. I'm probably gonna switch Uma Musume tomorrow with the Starbirds thing because it seems interesting to me. It seems very much interesting to me, and I want to take a look at it. So we're probably gonna do that. I'm sorry, Uma Musume. I'm sorry, Haruura. But yeah, I feel like that's taking priority. But yeah, that was generally what I had planned for today. That is what I had planned for today. And I think we're gonna put a stop here. We have a decent list. There's a lot of different stuff from short to not so short games that we can play now. Gonna try and focus on these games, like if we play them like in a shorter span of time. So we might do like more streams of them, like in a span of like a week, is what I'm planning. Basically make like motto weeks out of this. Just play like one of the games entirely. What do you say is the top priority on this list of games to play? I think one of the most important games on here is probably BioShock. I think that's actually a really important game to play. I think Hollow Knight probably deserves a good spot. And And I want to say Kingdom Hearts, to be fair. I want to say Kingdom Hearts is probably one of the games that probably should be like very, very important must-play game. To be fair, all of these games are like really important, but these are like, for me, ones that I have on my personal list for long. At least BioShock and Kingdom Hearts are like very much games that I have on my list already for a long, long time. Hollow Knight is basically just because Silksong came out right now and everyone is like really excited about it, and I heard a lot of good things, and again and again and again. That is just basically the thing that keeps Hollow Knight in my mind all the time. That's why I think it's probably pretty important. Oh yeah. But we're gonna make it random. We're gonna find some sort of way to choose one of these games on random. And we're gonna play it. If we land on like something like Zelda or like Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, I think we're gonna choose from random again. We're just gonna pick the games that we want and then choose from that list again. I feel like that's fair. Like that's the plan. So yeah. With that, I'm gonna take my leave now. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna probably go shower. And then go to bed. I'm gonna think about whether or not we'll play the star thingy thing tomorrow. Maybe we're gonna do Uma Musume. I'm gonna think about it. I'm not entirely sure. Not sold on any of these ideas yet. So yeah. And I still have the video up and running with like the short up and running with like what's your favorite game. So if I see anything interesting on that, I might add that to the list as well. But I want to assume that most of the games that we're gonna see on there is probably somewhere on this list already. So yeah. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna leave you guys to your evening, night, or morning. I don't know where you live. I'm not your stalker. I'm not the person that is behind the window right now looking through it and knocking at your door. No, that's someone else. Don't look at that guy. He's weird. But decide on a random one wheel spin. Yeah, either that or marbles. Or marbles. That's my plan as well. Yep. But yeah. I hope it was some sort of entertainment that I provided today. I don't know. I just been talking. And that's all. But yeah. That's gonna be it for me for today. And I will see you guys, I think, tomorrow. I think I planned for tomorrow. I think Friday is off and I think Saturday is Borderlands. If I remember correctly, that's what I planned. If I don't remember correctly, then that's on you. And you should have known better. Yeah. So yeah. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for giving me this incredibly long list of games that I now have to play. And I see you guys again tomorrow. Probably. Maybe. Likely. Very likely. Bye, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for chatting. Thank you. Bye. If I find a button, I will leave now, but I don't find a button, so I can't.